What is going on, guys? Smooth Racing here, back with a brand new video, and today we're doing a preview of round 2 of the GP2 2014 season from Spain. So then, first of all, we'll be going through the Drivers' Championship after round 1 from Bahrain, and we'll be looking at which drivers to be expecting to be fighting for the race win, the podium and the points. So then, in first is Palmer with 38 points, then second is Leal, third is Van Dorn, fourth is Trummer, fifth Nasser, sixth Coletti, 7th Peak, 8th is Oar, 9th Riquelme, 10th Quaife Hobbs, 11th Binder, 12th Evans, 13th Makalov, 14th De Jong, 15th is Connor Daly, 16th Abt, 17th Giacotto Jr., 18th is Lancaster, 19th is Harrianto, Nathaniel Burton is in 20th, Nagaro, I can't even pronounce his name, Andre, for the Brazilian, is in 21st, then it's Marcelio in 22nd, then it's Camino Sato in 23rd, then it's Regalia in 24th, Jeffries in 25th, and then Alexander Rossi is in stone cold last in 26th. So then, who is going to be fighting then for the race win in Spain? Well, it's going to be interesting to see, because of course last time out in Bahrain, the people that looked on the money really were Jolyon Palmer and the Dams team. They definitely do seem to have one of the best cars, seeing as he did take pole position and then he did take the sprint race victory. But then of course Van Dorn had something to say about it in his ART. So it looks like it's going to be a battle between the Dams car and the ART in Spain, basically, for those two for the lead, and probably for both the feature race and the sprint race. And most likely at the helm will be Van Dorn and Palmer. Riquelme may be getting a look in, but I think Leal and Nasser from Carlin will be filling probably the lower podium places, maybe going for the win in the sprint race, but it's going to be tough. Of course, it could depend who gets that 8th place. Probably predict that around someone like Binder will probably get the reverse pole, or Quaife Hobbs. They're sort of the people that you'd expect to see there. Hilmer Motorsport definitely need a better performance than last time out. They seem to have potential after they're carrying the Force India name, so they should be good. But sadly, last time out they did not impress at all. I think Abt finished 13th, and then Regalia only finished 20th at best. So not very good performances from the Hilmer Motorsport team or the Hilmer Motorsport drivers. But definitely looking on the pace, the two top teams are Dams and ART. As for Racing Engineering, had sort of a horrible weekend really, especially for Marcelio. But Coletti not doing too bad, he got a 4th position. He really drove a great race, but I don't think the car's really up to scratch, to be honest. Racing Engineering definitely need to improve if they want to maintain their double championship winning form from last year. And their Drivers' Championship winning. They didn't actually win the Constructors. One team that did well was Russian Time, and not really impressing much. Mitch Evans and Makalov. Makalov seemed to be okay at the back, but wasn't really a front runner. Didn't really match up to Evans, although they did finish nose to tail in the feature race. Evans was a long way ahead in the sprint race. Connor Daly looked to him have some pace, but some of the standout drivers were Rene Binder really outperforming his car, Quaife Hobbs also. Nasser got a double points finish last time out, Trummer got a podium last time out, so he'll be hoping maybe can he go one step further finally and actually get a victory. We'll have to see. And Leal is very close in his Carlin, so I suppose it'll be probably a three-way battle for the podium places. And I'm probably going to go, as my final prediction, is probably going to be, I think Jolyon Palmer is going to take the feature race, and then I think I'm going to go with Trummer to take the sprint race. He's got to win one, surely. So I'm going to put him. And then Van Dorn is going to be on the podium. I expect to see probably Leal and Nasser probably rounding out the podiums for the feature and sprint races. As for the rest of the teams, looking towards the back of the grid, I'd just like to say Axel Jeffries really needs to improve, in case I think he'll probably lose his seats halfway through the season, although he does bring a lot of sponsorship. Caterham did look very off the pace. Rossi had an absolute awful weekend. MV Motorsport not looking that good either. Obviously Trident, as I mentioned, Jeffrey's not doing very well. Venezuela, they seem to have a bit of pace in Burton's, probably in the midfield, maybe fighting for the low points. But one team that was very exciting was Campos Racing, with Arthur Peak and Kamunu
He's been
Sato.
disqualified.
Sorry,
And what
Kamui Sato, not related to
finish.
Sato, the
What a
Formula 1
finish that
driver.
was.
I think those two make a really good pairing,
Over the line.
and I
It's
think
gonna
those
be,
two are
millimetres
definitely ones to watch for
in
the
the
future,
timing
and also
screens
Campos
probably we
Racing.
took out one
You know,
of
the
the
very
Salmers
fact that they
and
actually
went
managed
smashing
to
into the other cars,
score some points was
and
great.
they all
Arthur
lost
Peak
out
just missing
heavily.
out on points in the
Yeah, we
sprint
have
race.
managed to just beat them all.
Then
by
I think his
6,
teammate didn't have
10
the best of
but,
times.
This has been
He retired and finished 19th, but I think Peak is definitely a good talent to watch.
Coming soon.
So yeah, that's my prediction then.
Thank you so much for watching.
Just to recap, I'm going to go with... actually, I'll go with Van Dorn for the feature race and Palmer for the sprint race. I think it's going to be a repeat of Bahrain. I'll be interested in hearing your top 3 predictions for both the feature race and the sprint race down in the comments, so be sure to leave them. But I'm Smooth Racing, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.